Why the Mercedes GLS isn't good enough. Does the Mercedes GLS live up to its reputation as a high-end SUV, or does it fall short? We take a close look at why the Mercedes GLS might not be as great as it seems in this movie. Why is this high-end SUV less appealing than its competitors? What are the main problems, such as poor performance or bad design? Stay with us while we get into the specifics and answer the important question. Why isn't the Mercedes GLS good enough? As more people drive tall 4x4 cars, it's harder to spot the crowds from big luxury saloons. The massive Mercedes GLS, the SUV version of the Mercedes S-Class, solves this first-world problem. Like a Gucci pocketbook and purse, both are pricey, but one is bigger and more useful. Its size? Longer than the BMW X7, the GLS resembles a Range Rover. It stands out with the dinner plate-sized Mercedes logo between LED headlights and above huge grille air intakes, expanded in 2023. Sides have 23-inch alloy wheels, box wheel arches, and lighted running boards. Back has LED taillight and roof spoiler. Though massive, the revised models aren't much different. Headlamp wetness, panel gaps, and an uneven boot plague our test vehicle. Bad in a premium SUV and a family hatchback. Group tests: Tesla Model X's BMW X7 versus Mercedes GLS. With few modifications, the GLS boasts a nicer cabin than the BMW X7 or Audi Q7. First, it sports two enormous air vents flanking a single infotainment and instrument screen. Four more metal or wood-trimmed square vents follow. Cheaper dashboard and door materials and brittle switches are drawbacks for a budget car. Range Rovers are cozier inside. Mercedes MBUX is the best infotainment system, and the newer generation improves it. It has two large panels that form a wraparound display that controls everything, including the integrated sat-nav and climate control, and is one of the coolest arrangements. Interior space is fine. The X7 is roomier, but the Mercedes GLS can carry two adults in all three rows and three side-by-side in the middle row. Whatever arrangement, the GLS has a larger boot than a Mercedes A-Class with 7 seats and an X7 or Range Rover with 5 seats. The base GLS has a gasoline or diesel engine, but Mercedes-Maybach and AMG models have powerful gasoline engines. Unfortunately, workplace car customers cannot acquire plug-in hybrids. The GLS can chase cars down freeway slip lanes with powerful engines. Cruisers find the car quiet and comfortable, but the air suspension sometimes skips bumps. The X7 is a more nimble SUV on country roads, even though buyers don't buy it for turns. GLS tend to slink around town. It's agile due to its mild steering, 360-degree cameras, and parking assistance. Thus, the Mercedes GLS is the SUV S-Class in size, technology, and driving comfort, but its inside may be poorer. If you're sold, check out our Mercedes GLS deals for the best. Check out the latest used GLS or Mercedes. Your automobile must be sold first, possible with Caro. What is the Mercedes GLS price? The RRP range for the Mercedes-Benz GLS is £108,190 to £181,895. The starting price for cash payments is £108,190. A used Mercedes-Benz GLS is available on Caro for £62,444. The Mercedes-Benz GLS models that are the most in demand are: as you may expect, a car labeled the S-Class of SUVs won't come cheap, and the Mercedes GLS is no exception. The standard model starts at about £108,000, but if you choose the genuinely sumptuous Maybach version, you'll have to pay at least £180,000. AMG variants with an emphasis on performance divided the difference at about £150,000. When compared to the Range Rover, the GLS is reasonably priced when excluding the AMG and Maybach. Starting at slightly over £100,000, the Range Rover feels more luxurious than the other. The Volvo XC90 is a great deal at £60,000, though much less fancy, while the BMW X7, which starts at just under £90,000, is still much less expensive than the GLS, which has experienced a price increase for the 2023 update. Driving comfort and performance. Since comfort is one of the GLS's selling points, we're pleased to report that it's comfortable. However, Beast is key because it feels huge when driving. The basic 360-degree video system makes maneuvering in tight situations easier, but it makes the X7 smaller. Even without cameras, the large windows and door mirrors provide good visibility. The air suspension is comfortable and luxurious, but hitting a bump with one wheel causes a strange side-to-side swaying motion. It's sad given the price and posh appearance of this minor problem. The GLS is happier on the freeway. You can relax and enjoy the voyage because its size is less important. Although there is wind and road noise, it seems most like an S-Class in smoothness and luxury. After rocking back and forth like an old-fashioned off-roader, it levels out just like in towns on rough roads or undulations. Additionally, a sudden jolt causes the back to almost skip before stabilizing, which is annoying for a high-end cruiser, along a winding path. Although the BMW X7 handles slightly better than the GLS, the Mercedes is by no means a sports vehicle. Because of the intelligent air suspension that comes standard, the GLS maintains its slight sportiness, while encouraging you to have fun by not leaning excessively in bends. It's best to keep the car on comfort mode because the sport mode doesn't really make a difference. So don't get too excited. The GLS is capable, but its limitations are rather low, especially if you're hauling 6 people who could become more ill from car sickness if you take any sharp turns. Room and utility. It should come as no surprise that there is a ton of room for passengers in the front given the size of this enormous SUV. It's simple for the driver to choose a comfortable driving position because the steering wheel and seat have lots of flexibility. Additionally, there is a concealed tray underneath the large screens, a place in the lower center console, and a sizable cubbyhole in the center console. The 2 cup holders may be heated or cooled with a single button press, and the door bins are a decent size. Room for the rear seats. Due to the GLS's spacious second row, which offers plenty of head and legroom, those in the rear should also be pleased. You may even transport 3 people at a time without being too crowded because the seat has electronic adjustability. However, the seat cushions are a little stiff. Normally, here is the part where we state that a 7-seater's third row of seats is only suitable for small children or adults you don't like, but in reality, tall individuals can travel in this row with little difficulty. With 7 people, it feels a little cramped. A BMW X7 is a better option in this area. Additionally, advancing the second row seats is an excruciatingly lengthy operation. All that space makes fitting a kid's seat easy enough, although the fabric covering the ISOFIX points folds away awkwardly and can become a hazard. There are 355 liters with 7 seats in, which is roughly equivalent to a small hatchback. You receive 890 liters when the second row is folded down, and an incredible 1,470 liters when the 5 seats are in place. That is significantly more than the Range Rover, which only offers 229 liters in the 7-seat long wheelbase model and 725 liters in the 5-seat version. With 326 liters in 7-seat mode, the BMW X7 is more comparable to the Mercedes. Nevertheless, its 5-seat capacity is smaller at 750 liters. With the exception of the base model, which requires you to manually fold the third row, all models allow you to electrically fold 2 rows. In addition to underfloor storage with a designated area for the load cover, there is a button to lower the back end and make it easy to access. Infotainment, accessories, and interior design. Mercedes excels at interior design, so the GLS sports a sleek interior with 2 big dashboard screens. Unique features like LED grab handles and square air vents are integrated without appearing complicated. Both 12.3-inch panels have excellent MBX software, which can be controlled by voice, trackpad, or touchscreen. Augmented sat-nav displays the road ahead with overlay arrows to help you find your way. Despite the premium materials, the cabin bottom has harsh plastics, which is disappointing. Some of the switches were cheap and feeble, which is surprising for a luxury automobile. Although the Range Rover's interior is more luxurious, the GLS's Napa leather upholstery is exquisite. The business trim level features a tablet that can be used to control several functions from the rear armrest and a screen on the back of the front seats with Bluetooth headphones. With 4-seat Maybach models, you may travel in luxury with business-class seats. Security and safety. As a technological leader, the GLS provides many driver aid and safety packages. These features include stability control, standard parking aids, front and rear sensors with 360-degree cameras, adaptive cruise control, steering assistance to avoid obstructions, and crosswind assist to keep the huge SUV in its lane. Problems and dependability. Although there haven't been any significant recurrent problems with the GLS in particular, there is a chance that you may run into some troubles because Mercedes doesn't have the best reputation for dependability, and this is a pretty complicated vehicle. Thankfully, the German company provides a 3-year unlimited mileage warranty on its vehicles, which will ease some of the anxiety associated with purchasing a new automobile. Additionally, you can purchase a rolling 1-month contract, a 12-month warranty, or a 24-month warranty. If you found this review insightful and want to stay informed about the latest car critiques and automotive news, be sure to subscribe to our channel.